I know that sometimes at community colleges they'll say, hey, don't worry about it, it's just to see where you're at, and there's no need to study for it, right? To see where you're at. No. Would you just see where you're at on the SATs? No, you wouldn't. You would study for that. Whether you took it or not, we kind of know that we would study for that. We want to get the best score possible. It's the same thing for the placement test. You want to make sure that you get the best score possible. Why? Because it's a high stakes test. What does that mean? It's a fancy word or a fancy way of saying, hey, this is a really important test because it has huge consequences, huge potentially negative consequences on your academic career. So you want to make sure that you study for this test, that when you walk into a community college, you let them know that you want to study for the test, that you don't want to take it at that spot, on the spot, if you don't have to. I mean, if you have to and you're like, no, this is the day before registration and I have to take this thing, then go ahead and do it with whatever knowledge you already have. Do your best. But if you have time, step away, do the other parts of orientation if you can, and come back a day later, 2 days later, 2 weeks later, a month later, however long it takes you to study, however much time you have to study, and come back and do really well for the test. You want to score as high as possible. That way you're guaranteed to get into college level math and English. Aside from that, I would say that if you have taken the placement test or are planning to take the placement test through your high school, you know how sometimes community college representatives come to your high school and you can take the placement test, you can sign up for it, you can get orientation, all of it before you even graduate from high school. Well, I want to say make sure that when you take that placement test, you study before it. So when the folks are going to come, ask your teacher, like, what's going to happen when the folks come from community college? Am I going to be required to take a test? And if so, study for that test like it was the SAT. Okay? Aside from that, I just want to say I know that you can do it. I'm going to be giving more tips on the placement test as we go along, but I just kind of want to give you the very general. Be aware and know that the community college folks are really doing a good job, the best they can with the resources that they have, and they're really in it to serve students and to make sure that they, reach their career. Everybody wants student success. Everybody wants you to succeed. Believe that, especially me, the community college lady. But I want to make sure also that you're very aware, that you get informed, and this is a really great platform, right? I'm telling you straight off the bat, you don't have to read it anywhere, but you do have to be aware and check out what's happening at your community college and what's required for your community college. Whether you are getting ready to graduate from high school, it's that summer before community college, or just entering community college, you have options, all right? And the placement test is the #1 way that you will transfer in 2 years. Thank you so much for listening all the way to the end. I know this information is really important because there's no more important test than the placement test at community college. And I also want to add that I know how important it is and how important your journey is, because I'm a former community college student. I attended community college and I transferred to a 4-year university. I transferred to UC Berkeley. And after I attended UC Berkeley, I actually enrolled in the Ph.D. program. And what do I research now? You guessed it, community college. Why? Because I know community colleges are so important in the US and worldwide, and I want to help community college students. My purpose is to spark joy in the world of community college by making sure that students transfer in 2 years, that they finish their bachelor's degree in 2 more, and that they're successful for the rest of their lives. So if you need any help or have any questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to reach out. All right, talk to you soon.